Welcome to Attican Plays Pharaoh, A New Era.
The reigns of Khufu and Khafra have come to an end, and with them so too is the fourth dynasty of Egyptian ruling families. But Lady Kentekawis, a distant member of this family, has given birth to a new pharaoh named Userkaf, and so the royal line continues unbroken. With Userkaf begins the fifth dynasty, an era that promises much change. Userkaf has decentralized the rule of our country somewhat, and has granted more power to local authorities. Now nomarchs such as you are free to handle their own affairs. Pharaoh will not attempt the construction of a massive tomb to house him for eternity, for he has another project in mind for you. Pharaoh has declared Ra, god of the sun and of the kingdom, to be king of the gods, and intends to proclaim his sovereignty throughout the land. Many sun temples already dot the Egyptian landscape, but Pharaoh wishes to extend Ra's influence to the very edge of our kingdom. To accomplish this, you must build a fortified settlement at the Bahariya Oasis, far into the western desert. Use what water you can find there wisely, for what little there is to be found so far from the precious Nile is usually coveted by the wild beasts of the desert. You must also beware of attacks by Libyan warriors and Bedouin of the desert, which have plagued the desert caravans of late. Plan your defenses carefully, and make use of whatever resources, such as wood and game, you can find at the oasis.
All right, hi, this is Attican, and welcome to Series 1, Episode 18, I think, of our playthrough of Pharaoh, A New Era. We are looking at Bahariya Oasis. Now, we had a choice here between Bahariya Oasis, which was more military, and Jeddu, which was more city building. And they're really similar in the sense that they both require a sun temple to be built. So we're going to do a little monument building. But the wind conditions here are less strict in terms of culture and prosperity for the military one, and less people. But we're going to have to deal with a lot of fighting. So I kind of like that. So here we go. Here we go. All right, now there we just saw the spawning ground. Right there's a spawning ground for antelope. Now, let's just take a look and figure out what's different about this one. Let's just go across the map here and see what we've got. We've got just what it sounds like, an oasis in the middle of the desert. Here's another spawning ground down here. We have water, and we have the nice green grass where we can sink our wells, and we've got some wood. Now, if we can chop the wood, and we can, and they say so even in the introduction, then we've got a nice income, assuming we can find a trade partner. We'll look at that in a second. And we can create, production-wise, jewelry, bricks, linen, pottery, and papyrus. We can't do beer. So to advance our houses, we're going to have to import beer eventually. See, services got the usual stuff. We also have libraries, which we haven't been using much so far. We're landlocked. There's no dock. What do we got? We got Seth and Ra, and I would assume that Ra is our main person. Yes, Ra is our main god, our patron god. Seth is the local god. We've got all the military for land, weaponsmith and the academy and recruiter and the forts that we've seen so far. We haven't gotten far enough along to see chariots. They're down the road. Here's our monument, the Sun Temple, and let's take a look at it. You can see there it says 220, those are sandstone. So we have to accumulate 220 sandstone before we can put that down. That's what that means. So that's going to take 7 storage yards full, practically full. 7 storage yards would hold 224 sandstone. So we're going to have to almost fill up 7 storage yards just to place this. Okay, So we got work camps, and we got Carpenters Guild, so we're going to have to build some scaffolding to get to do the high work, and some stonemasons who will do most of the work, I suspect. And entertainment-wise, we don't have a Senate house. We do have the dancing, music, and juggling, and the usual decorations. Okay, so that's what we got to work with. Now, what I'd like to do, we want to come up with a very definite strategy and plan this out. We have a goal of 3,000 people. So what I'd like to do is have two nice blocks specifically set up to get to 3,000 people. So I'm looking at this and saying I'd like to have some nice space. And right out here, notice this. This is pretty good space right here. We've got the green right here that we can use. If we were to do two of the nice, like the senator blocks, worker blocks, and if we use this as a point, and we go out 14 this way and 24 this way, and like that, that would be one. And you can see how we could do that same thing over here to make a second block. So let's just start with this one. And that'll be the outside of it. We'll come in 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. Come in 5, go up 5. 14 up like this. No, 16. 16 this way. And 16 this way and across. And an extra like that. And then we'll put down our booth. The booth has to have that intersection, and then we'll delete that little extra right there. And there's the road structure for our first housing block. And we'll give them water. And we'll give them housing. Oh, well, you know what? I'm going to stop. I shouldn't be doing this until I have the total plan. Okay. I do have the plan in my head, but I ought to share it with you. Let's look at our trade partners. So we can sell wood right here to own 2,500 wood. We know we can cut wood. That's yes. We'll get them right away. Make sure we don't spend too much money. Sarah Kadim, we're looking for somebody who buys wood. Anybody else buy wood? That looks like it. So we'll trade with own 2,500 wood. 2,500 wood. The way these production buildings work is they tend to make 564.72 units per year. Now the wood will be different because of the walking distances to the actual wood, but I generally just think of them as 500. So it makes the math easy, and it accounts for the fact that you don't always have everything perfect. So we're going to think of that as 500 into 2,500 per year means that 5 woodcutters would be able to cut 2,500 wood per year. All right. So our first goal is to set up Basic City and recruit, have enough people and money to put down 5 woodcutters and a storage yard and trade wood to own. And that'll be how we get ourselves started. So let's put in, now, if I were a better player, and I clearly am not, we've seen that over and over, I would skip this for a moment. I would not put down these guys necessarily right up front. I would wait a while and let the danger grow a little and then put them down in order to save that money to do something else. But we know I will not remember, and so I've got to do it right now. We've got a fair amount of money. We've got enough money to do this, and so we're going to put down, we're going to make sure we've got our religion covered. Both gods will be happy for a while. We're going to make sure that we've got our crime fighters. We're going to want a courthouse eventually in here. Okay? So we've got fire and architect. We're not going to feed anybody just yet. We will be putting a pavilion right here, which means that we can put our roadblock right there, I think. Is that right? Yes. Okay. So let's go ahead and get some people attracted to our city. So skip 1, 2, 3. Go up here like this to 24. Go over here and shoot. Flatten this. And there's another one I forgot. The physician. If I don't put it in, I will not remember. Okay. Get that housing again and go 12 like that. And then go up this side, 424, like so. And tax collector, we're going to hold off on taxes for right now. In fact, for the time being, we'll set our taxes to 0. We'll give people a little bump in pay. And we will go. And here comes our immigrants. Looks like we've got a crocodile in there causing some trouble. All right, we got some unemployment. Good deal. All right, so now we're going to set up an area here where we can get that wood cutting started and get our food started. So we can go like this. We'll go out 19, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go 20 off of that road and up like that. That'll give us a nice little work area to recruit in, and we'll go block it off like this. And again, because I can get distracted, we'll put this stuff in up front, and we will set up some hunting here, and our wood cutting can be up here, I think. We'd love to have it right into the woods, but it's not necessary. So we're going to do wood cutters. So we got like 60 possible workers there. Let's get the wood cutting going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let's put down a storage yard for the wood right here. Accept all. Okay, and let's just run it until we start seeing some wood accumulate. There they go. They're all going off to cut down wood. Okay. Now that we've got some wood accumulated, let's start trading it. So we'll go out here and to the commerce guy and say export went over 0. And we should see a trader come by here fairly soon. Here he comes, right down here. You see the little donkey. Here comes our trader. Let's see. We have a trade route to Dashur. Let's see what that means. I might have missed what happened there. I think we traded something. Let's see what that means. If we have a trade route now to Dashur, what do they buy? They buy pottery. Okay. So they buy pottery. We could get into pottery. Do we still have any unemployment? Oh yeah, we have plenty. All right, let's get into pottery. Let's go. Does anybody sell clay? E18 sells clay. Okay, we'll open that. And Dashur buys pottery. we'll open that. And I should have looked. Dashur will buy 1,500 pottery. Does anybody else buy pottery? 1,500 here at Abu. So that's 3,000. So we can export 3,000. So that would be 6 potters worth of export, and then we could want some more for our housing growth. So let's see what we can do with maybe. Oh, we're tight on money. We need some more money. I'm just going to let this run. I don't want to go broke this time. This is tricky to try to do this when you're doing a lot of imports. Trying not to go broke can be very tricky. There we go. Now we just sold a bunch. So that's helpful. All right, let's use that money to get our pottery business going. So we will... wish I hadn't put it there, but that's all right. We'll... can we undo that? Yeah, we can. All right. I want to put the pottery down here where it's close to the housing, because eventually we'll be using it for our houses. Maybe right there. So this will accept all pottery. And then we'll have one, and we could have one up here. Could have had it up there. We'll have one up here that accepts all clay. And we will set ourselves up to at first we're going to export one over 0, and we're going to import clay to maintain, let's say, 1,600. Okay, so let's let it run till we see some pottery. We still have some unemployment. We're getting away with it because we're not charging any taxes. At least I think we're getting away with it. Yeah, they love us. The gods are okay. Let's look at the gods. They're apathetic. Here comes trader. Maybe we can get some clay. There we go. And let's do our 6 potters. So we need 6 just for exports. And yes, we're taking a very methodical approach to this. Our employment's down to 10%. Ooh, we got an army coming. Okay. We got an army coming. All right, let's set up another work area. Let's go up 20 and 20. And we will set up architect, fire, 3,500. Is that enough? Let's see. We need for our military. We're going to need 13 and almost nothing. 26. Yeah, we can probably do that. I'm going to wait till we get 1 export, and then we're going to set up an archer fort, an academy, and a recruiter. There we go. We just sold there. We sold a little bit of pottery. That'll do it. All right. So we're going to do an academy and a recruiter. And we'll put an archery fort out here. once we have some more money, we will start feeding our people. There we go. All right, so let's put in a storage yard here and start hunting. And we're actually short people. We can set up our second housing block pretty easily. Which one to do? Let's do the hunting. Let's do. This is going to accept all game meat, and we're going to put a bazaar here. Now this is going to make everything a little short, but that's okay. And we're going to put hunting lodge. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. So they can go right out there to that spawn site, find the antelope, and get us something to eat. And you are going to buy game meat. And we gotta watch our gods. They're apathetic. We've got some money. Let's use the money now to get our gods up and see if we can't get a blessing. Let's do Shrine to Ra. And Shrine to Seth. See if we can't get a blessing here. It would help us out on the military end of this. Okay, we're already starting to feed people. Alright, so we need people, but we've got, we're starting to get the food in here. We're also seeing the need for some decoration, so let's start putting down pretty things up a little bit. Okay. Oh, let's see how we did. We won, but we lost 5 archers. That was a little tighter than I would like to see. We're going to take that money and put in our plazas. Okay. There we go. Now we've got that to pop and that to pop. So now we're ready for some... and we need some more workers, so the easiest way to get that is to create the need for more workers. Let's put in our entertainment. We'll put in the pavilion and this. Uh-oh. Have I goofed up here? I did goof up. Ra and Seth. I'm going to delete them. I hate doing that. We're going to delete 2 of those. Put this in. There we go. And then we'll replace them. We'll put a Ra and a Seth like that. Okay. So we got our entertainment venues. Money's a little low right now. Oh. I'd like to have taxation, but okay, well, the money's back. All right, money came back in a hurry. Let's see here. 14. Let's get another one of these going. So we'll get one full and then another one started. And let's go with, we got some money. All right, let's put in our entertainment schools. 1, 2, and 3, like that. I want to leave a couple spaces for some weapons just a little bit later, once I'm feeling a little better about this money. Okay, there we go. If we start getting entertainment, we'll start getting housing increases. We need a few. There we go. We're caught up on workers. And what we can do now is easily go in and say, buy pottery. Gift of sandstone. Okay, now we know we have to attract that sandstone. Why don't we just plan on storing it right through here? So we will put get our first one that accepts all sandstone, because we're about to get a gift of sandstone. Okay. There we go. Now we're upgrading, and we'll accept that gift. And we're going to need another. We're going to build this up until we have 7 here. We're going to start importing the sandstone soon. Where are we here? We have some unemployment. Let's think about what's our next money crop. If we get beer in here, if we import some beer, then we can upgrade the buildings again. And then, in fact, with the courthouse, they'll go all the way to apartments. And then we can get Papyrus in a school, and we'll get them all the way to common residence, where they would actually make us some money on taxation. All right. Now I got to figure out where we're going to put the. We need a village palace or a town palace. How big are we now? A town palace. And would it fit right? Oh, it'd be nice if it fit right there, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be nice? It's not worth knocking stuff down for. It would be nice though. It would be nice. Nah. Huh. Let's see here. Let's go 14 by 24 by 14. That's our second block. It'll just back up to this block. And let's put our. Yeah, shoot, we're just going to do it. Well, we got to have this start. I'm sorry. I'm muttering because I'm thinking put the town palace down here. It has to be in the green, right? Then we can start taxing, because we're getting good enough housing that taxation matters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up 5, over 7, up 16. An extra one would be 7 and down like that. And goes there. Put that in. Okay. And let's see. Let's just do very, very basic. Water. A house right there and a house right there would allow us to put in our town palace, and if we put a roadblock like here and here, then we'd need to give it an architect. And fire, like so. Water, and then we'd need this area not to blow up on us, so we'd put in architect, fire. Oh, the money's getting tight already. Can we afford a tax? Yeah, we can put in a tax collector, and we'll bump the taxes. Let's go back to that 9%. Okay, and go. That money's a little low. We got a little unemployment. We can put something in. There we go. Now we got some money. All right. Let's see. What are we going to do? A little bit of money, a little bit of unemployment. We could put in I think we can afford the beer. Oh, let's go to, I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's just see if we can do anything with reeds and papyrus. Okay, we can, own will sell us the reeds, so we can get reeds. Do we have a customer for the papyrus? Here we go. Abu buys papyrus. We're already set up to do that. So let's go two warehouses. This one will accept all papyrus. This one will actually the reeds, could have done the reeds up here. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do accept all, half a yard of reeds. And let's set this up to import 1,600 reeds and export our papyrus when it's over 0. And I gotta go back and look to see how much was that. Abu buys 1,500. We can only sell 1,500. That would be 3. So if we did 4 papyrus makers, that would allow us to export what we could and have extra to give to our citizens, to our schools. So 3 papyrus makers. 1, 2, 3. And we've got that 1 extra yard right there, and we'll see what we do with that. And in a minute we'll start, I'm being very conservative here because I just don't want to go broke. We should be, if we were trying to, for speed, we would be already importing the sandstone, right? How are we looking here? Low unemployment, looks good. And I did set that up, didn't I? Yes, okay. All right, looking good. So we can go ahead. Actually, this one that I've got doing nothing, I think it's this one. We will have it accept the beer. And I think we can afford to import beer now. Import, we're going to do 3,200 and try to keep our cash up. And I'm going to go ahead and set this to sell beer. So as soon as we get some, we'll start upgrading these houses. And this one over here, where are we? We've got unemployment. Let's feed these people. Oh. And let's give them a doctor for sure. And we're going to need, let's go ahead, we got some money now. Let's go ahead and put in the temple to Ra and the temple to Seth and the courthouse so we don't have crime. And, buy game meat. We have plenty. Okay, we got our beer. Here it comes. Okay, now we can go ahead and put in our scribal school. Something's wrong here. I'm off somehow. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I've goofed here. This is wrong. I have messed up. 1, 2, 3, 4. This should only be 6 houses. 6 like that. And the scribal school can go right there. There we go. People idolize us. Now we should be making tax money. So now this area here, we should be making some money on taxes now. Okay, our money's starting to look pretty good. And our military, let's go with a warehouse here that's going to accept copper, quarter yard, and weapons 3/4 yard. Let's put in a couple. Have we got unemployment? Yeah. Let's put in a couple of weaponsmiths, and let's get a infantry fort for them to recruit into, and continue building our military. Oh, and maybe it'd be a good idea if we bought copper somewhere. We will import to maintain, that stuff's expensive. We'll import to maintain 400. We'll reach your city in 0 months. That's pretty soon. Okay, looks pretty good. Okay, we did all right on that battle. All right, we got some money. Let's go ahead and put in entertainment down here. And let's go ahead and just kind of preemptively, we'll let it run, but I'm going to go in here and try to pretty things up. Okay. Money's a little tight, but we just got in some copper. And we just exported some papyrus. Alright, I think we probably need to, well, you can buy pottery. We need to make this tax base good too. You can buy pottery, and we'll put in some more housing. And put in a tax collector. And something seems wrong here. Oh, I goofed this up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a house. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't mean a house, a tax collector. Like that. Oh, I put the wrong thing here. This is a booth. That's what's wrong. Let's put in a bandstand. There, that's better. I knew it didn't. It just didn't look right. How are our gods? Okay, they're on the verge. It looks like we're going to have to do something to make them jump over the edge. I'd love to get Seth to give us a blessing. And I'll talk about this housing plan here in a minute. All right, let's wrap up this episode right here. We'll cut this whole thing into 2 parts. And we'll come back in the next part and finish this off. And we'll talk about the housing blocks and continue to build and continue to get ready to build our monument. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it'll help you become a better player. I hope you'll like, comment, and subscribe, and join us for our next Pharaoh, A New Era video. Thank you.